Hi there. Thanks for watching. I'm here pretty much just to talk about the weird and mysterious thing that's happened with my vision lately. 7 weeks ago today, actually, I woke up very, very dizzy, and throughout the day started to lose my vision. Essentially, everything became very blurry and doubled, which is clinically called Diplopia. So far, my doctors haven't been able to find out what's wrong with me, and I've undergone lots of testing. I've had 2 MRIs, one without contrast and one with contrast. I've had lots of blood work done, and I recently had a lumbar puncture test, which was not entirely pleasant. The scariest part, though, is a week ago I had another episode where I had more dizziness and my vision got even worse. So right now I'm wearing these glasses that I got, and they initially corrected the blurriness, and then I wear an eye patch on one eye at a time so that I can see one image instead of 2. And my double vision is so severe that they can't correct it with glasses. There are no lenses that are strong enough, apparently, in the world. And I was pretty shocked to hear that. It's kind of unfortunate. But things weren't so bad when I could at least use one eye at a time, and I could read and text my friends, or catch up on things. And but then after that other episode last week, and things got worse, now these glasses pretty much don't do anything now, and that kind of terrifies me. This whole situation has been really scary and frustrating. It's been hard to go through all this testing and doctor's visits and trying to explain it to everybody what's happening, having people kind of being skeptical of what's going on. Everyone has theories and their own thoughts and judgments, but no one can seem to find out what's wrong. And not only can the doctors that I'm seeing not figure out what's wrong with me, but the special institute that I got a referral to up in Portland, I live in Oregon, they denied me. So that was kind of my last hope right now to get some answers. I've been seeing a neuro-ophthalmologist down in Eugene, and he thought it was a virus and that I should wait and see if my eyes get better, but they've only gotten worse. And I saw a neurologist up in Portland, up at OHSU, and he told me that if it was a virus, that there would have been a period of time when it would be active in my body, and then it would have died, and whatever damage it left is hard to say. But at this point, being going on 2 months, that it's not likely that my vision will return to normal. But with this added episode, it's pretty unlikely at this point that it's a virus, because the virus would be gone by now. So, I've been going through the turmoil of my life changing so much, suddenly being a visually impaired person instead of a normal person, whatever that means. This has been a really difficult adjustment for me. Prior to all this, I was a full-time graduate student, getting my master's degree in rehabilitation counseling to be a counselor for people who have disabilities. I also worked for a nonprofit agency supporting people with developmental disabilities, as well as being the graduate assistant for my program at school. But when this happened, all that was pulled out from under me, essentially. I can no longer drive. I can't read or write, at least not very effectively. My writing is pretty atrocious now. It's amazing how much your life changes when something like this happens. Not only do I have to have a lot of help now, I used to be very, very independent, financially and otherwise. I never really liked to rely on other people, but now my fiance has to drive me everywhere. My dad take me to all my appointments and help advocate for me, help me fill out paperwork. I filed for disability today because I can't work. My job requires driving somebody around who cannot drive, and now I can't drive. So that makes me pretty much useless. Not only with work and school being put on hold and, watching all my friends and my cohorts go on and be excited and get to work with clients and, finding internship sites, and I'm just kind of stuck here. It's also been really hard on my, my social life. Not that I had much of one being a full-time graduate student with 2 jobs, but it's really hard for my friends to relate to me anymore. I mean, they don't really know what to say, and not only that, but pretty much none of them have reached out to me in any way. I mean, I had a couple friends text me, but I can't really see, so that's not very helpful to me. It's not even going so far as to give a phone call or to stop by or anything like that. It's it makes you recognize who actually cares about you and will be there for you. And I came to the very harsh conclusion that circle is a lot smaller than I thought it was. And I'm grateful for those people that I have in my life that have really been here for me. But it's still been really difficult to have this change in identity and figure out my new life. I'm also an artist, and that's pretty much impossible for me at this point. Just been a hard fact to reckon with. So, pretty much I'm stuck in limbo right now, waiting on the results of my lumbar puncture test, looking for MS, infections, and whatever else. My MRIs have come back essentially normal, which is good but frustrating. So, next week or the week after, we should know if they found anything in my cerebrospinal fluid. So, I made this video mostly for a cathartic effect, to let out some of, my feelings, but also to potentially connect with anybody else who has had an experience like this, whether or not it was a mystery. I would love to hear from anybody who has went through anything like this. Anyway, thanks for watching. Peace.